Hi guys, I'm here with Weston. He's showing me this new setup that they did for a music video, and I wanted to share it with you guys real fast with lighting. So this is something that I'm really excited about. It's just like all the different filming techniques. Explain how you set up this shot for this music video.
There's a few things to keep in mind. So strategically, this video was meant to slightly accompany the music, but not really drive the music, because it's a bit more of an emotional song, so we didn't want the visuals to take away from it. So because of that, we decided to go with this type of lighting. As you can see here, we're actually just shooting against a whiteboard, foam core, depends on what you call it. And then we just have a Felix light, which is roughly around 500 watt equivalent LED light, just bouncing it purely off of this white carton. That allows us to where we don't have to have a big crazy diffuser, and it adds in some really nice lights. And then we just basically had a C-stand holding this up here in a clamp at a slight angle backwards, and then ran our light off of it with another C-stand arm. Have your individual sit there, and it gives them kind of a nice soft light that isn't, too showy. Just a very simple light that adds depth in the face. Now for the other part of this is we use our jib setup. We had 25 different singers who were part of the song, and each one would come in and do their part. And so since we were on such a tight time schedule, we thought, okay, if we set the camera up on the jib, we then can dolly or can jib up and jib down very easily, quickly get the height of the character, and also have it on the slider to where we could quickly slide in or slide out according to, the body size of the individual. It just allowed us to be able to have really minute adjustments really quickly and just get people filming right away. We have our speakers over here, as you can see back there, and that's where we would just plug in the computer, blast the audio out of here so that they can sing at the top of their lungs, and we don't have to worry about it. Doesn't make them self-conscious because they can't really hear themselves,
Right. Because that's one of the things that I noticed the last time I made a music video. I noticed that the main singer, he was singing really softly, so we could still hear the voice music
to stay in sync.
Yeah, to stay in sync, and it just wasn't professional.
Yeah,
it just kind of like threw off. Like the music video turned out pretty good. It's just that one detail that we all noticed.
Yeah, and you can tell the difference from a person softly singing, trying to match it, versus a person full on going at it. And this was kind of an R&B type song, and so people really needed to have that, those big vocals. And so we just turn it up as loud as we can go, so they can try to outsing the speakers, which is what I tell them. I say, try to outsing the speaker, which they can't, but it really pushes them to give a huge performance.
I'll have a link on the video for that video. In fact, we'll give you a quick demonstration of what all this looked like for that music video.
Yeah.
So we're gonna turn off the lights over here.
It'll still be a little bit different with an iPhone sensor versus the camera that we were using. Just the way the light is handled, it may look a little harsher, but kind of gives you a good split, gives you a little bit of shadow here, and adds depth to the face. You just kind of have to figure it out for each face. Sometimes we modify it just a bit. Yeah. I have a very sharp face, and so it'll make all the shadows look really sharp. But most people that we filmed, they didn't have crazy sharp faces.
That's true.
And then we just had them have a black shirt on, and that way they kind of blended in with the background when it's color corrected. The background completely goes away, and it's just a nice kind of solo image of an individual.
Yeah, it looks great on my phone right here.
Yeah, just one light.
Yeah, just one light. Isn't that awesome? And you guys can also do this at home. All you need is what would you say compared to things that you can find at home?
Well, so like I said, this guy is 500 watts equivalent, which is a lot of light. Your typical light bulb will be like 100 watts, 120. But you can replicate it different ways. If we were to turn it down to kind of what would be 100 watt equivalent, about there, you still will get the same effect, but you probably just have to turn up your ISO on your camera.
Yeah, and so with that, it may not work so well with the iPhone.
Well, and also
it's a bit grainy. You may have to bring it closer.
Yeah, so lights go off of what's called the inverse square law, which is as you get the source closer, you exponentially get more and more light. So now with the source closer, you might want to shift it just a little bit more because this is a bit too headstrong now. But now you can see there's a lot more light, and I still get that same softness.
That's right, and it's less grain as well. I can see there's a little bit more grain still
Because of the ISO.
because of the ISO, but there's less grain, and all we did is we brought the light closer.
Yep. So now, and that gives you a little less room for you to maneuver. But you know, if you don't have a big jib system, then it doesn't really matter a lot of times. Stick a tripod right here, and you still have good-looking lighting.
Yeah. Well, cool.
So yeah, the idea is just knowing how to use light well, and you know, stick it off to the side so you get a little bit of split lighting, because that's always going to look better on someone, is having shadows.
That's right.
Versus if I just stuck this straight in front of me, you know, I'm not doing a Victoria's Secret model shoot. You know,
That's
so
right.
You don't need that much stupid light.
In fact, one of the advice that you've always given me was it's not about controlling your light; it's about controlling your shadows.
Yep.
When it comes to filming.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It is all about the shadows.
Yeah.
Because depth, it's all about depth, and separation is really the idea. So you create more contrast with more shadows, and that's how you tell your story.
So where can we find you, Weston?
Right now we're doing a feature film called Navigator. You can check it out on youtube.com/comv productions or our website at comv.org. And that's C-O-M as in Mary, V as in Victor. ComV stands for communicating visually.
Awesome. Thank you, Weston. And guys, I want to hear what videos you want to make. So leave comments below, and look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And then also check out our bonus features that we have for the movie, because we go through all this stuff of all the setup that we're doing as we film a feature film.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Weston.
Keep on rocking.